The name Atuguba became a household name in Ghana following the 2013 presidential election petition. Most of us are familiar with the term on the face of the pink sheets. And we know the person who presided throughout that period as none other than our very competent speaker for this evening, Justice William Atuguba.
The call came to me to serve on the Supreme Court. I say initially we were 4, and the Bar Association, the legal profession at that time thought we were not fit, we were not qualified, we were not experienced, etc., etc. But deep in me, I felt that the same peace of God and guidance and light that saw me through the practice in Bolgatanga, when I had no senior to guide me, would be the same God that will see me through. So I came, and I started my career with the baptism of fire. Very early, after my assumption of duty, I found myself on a high-profile constitutional case. I was one very popular politician, he's a member of this church, Edward Piani, who was in the 1996 presidential race. It was thought that he had a good chance of winning the election. Unfortunately, he was affected by a ban, a constitutional ban on people who were convicted for various offenses, including offenses relating to the security of the state. Now, we were 5 on the panel, and the decision was 3-2 upholding his ban, his disqualification. I was one of the 3. Now, there was trouble for me because in 1979, just when I was starting life, I was pushed into parliamentary elections as the Popular Front Party candidate. The Popular Front Party later transformed into the present New Patriotic Party. I was the China Paga constituency candidate. And so with that background, there were those who felt that I would make the difference in upholding Kwame Piani's candidature. But true to my conscience and the clear provisions of the law and what I read, I found that there was no way. So I ruled against him. And I was taken to the cleaners in the press and so forth and all that, all kinds of vilifications. Well, but I was convinced that I did no wrong. Your commitment to God does not end when you just leave the church door. I tell you that He will see you to the end. And the foes normally are mightier than those who want to follow God. But they will not prevail. Otherwise, the gates of hell would have prevailed against the Church of Christ since long. Despite sustained persecutions and all that, we know where the Catholic Church still stands. It's the dominant church of the world, and it is growing, and it will ever grow, and it will prevail against the powers of darkness. That is it. So I want to disabuse everybody's mind that election petition was decided through prayer by the panel. Well, not young people. I'm 70 years old, not a young man. That's why I retired. Some were older, but nobody broke down throughout the 8 months of that trial, long hours of sitting. And when the decision came, there was peace, total peace in the country. As for the vilifications, They are unending and sometimes most painful. You can't believe that some human beings are capable of diabolical behavior. Totally diabolical. After the pronouncement of the decision, I left this country 12 days afterwards. A certain newspaper decided to cartoon me that I was in New York emailing my judgment to the court here. Many people saw me. I was going for mass every day. I felt like suing these people. I would have enriched myself because what defense? So many witnesses to prove. Even my flight schedule alone would have proved everything. But I looked at it this way. This was a very hot issue that rocked this country. By the grace of God, He answered our prayers and things have done coolly. So why don't I sacrifice my personal interest for the continuity of the peace? So I left the case. Not that it's not painful, but God redresses evils in His own time. Now, apart from political challenges in the cases I sat on, there were other challenges. You can't believe that some people will even dare trying to induce even Supreme Court judges with money to decide cases in their favor.